I'm looking at this situation where a major naval route, the entrance to Bab el-Mandeb, which is right off the coast of Yemen and Africa, has been basically blocked by a terror organization, the Houthis in Yemen, a proxy of Iran. And I'm asking myself, how come the world doesn't understand that this is a sea change, double meaning, but clearly a sea change in the behavioral mode of trade routes and things that we were always convinced that will never be changed, meaning no piracy will be repeated again, and that violating the routes and free trade in the world will never happen again.
Until October 7th.
I know. I'm sorry, because you see horrible things. They just 2 days ago, they attacked a ship, a major ship, which is controlled by an Irish company and has under the flags of the Marshall Islands. Before that, it was a Japanese ship carrying cargo from Turkey to India and so forth and so on. This is impossible, unacceptable, and the world should make a stop to it violently and aggressively and should confront Iran on it and make it clear that this can lead to a major deterioration in world affairs, because piracy, hijacking is forbidden in world order. And the world order post-World War II is threatened by the fact that some organization believes it can do whatever it wants in the entrance to a major sea route, which has an impact in not only in the Middle East, but to Europe and the United States and Asia and Southeast Asia. So I demand and I call upon all nations who understand this to join the coalition, which is led by the United States of America, to fight against the Houthis and make it clear that this is unacceptable and won't be repeated again. Okay? We actually have an intimate dialogue with the American administration on our operational issues, and I tend to feel that some of these remarks going back and forth have to do with other issues which are dealing with the day after. But all in all, the focus right now should be our clear, outright victory against Hamas, so that we can change the trajectory in the region towards peace and inclusion.
Feel good the way he deals with it. I didn't realize you meant to extend.
But I think one can see that in the northern part of Gaza, one can see the horizon, and you know, we can see the end of that campaign in the non-foreseeable, we can see the end of that campaign not far away in the next few weeks.
It'll probably all be one piece, and then video.
What I want to urge is against just saying two-state solution. Why? Because there's an emotional chapter here that must be dealt with. My nation is bereaving. My nation is in trauma. The cup of poison that Israelis have seen has been filled. In order to get back to the idea of dividing the land or negotiating peace or talking to the Palestinians, etc., one has to deal first and foremost with the emotional trauma that we're going through and the need and demand for full sense of security for our people. So I would make a difference between Israeli boots on the ground and who manages the ongoing affairs of Gaza the day after. I'm not involved in the nitty-gritty under my position. There is the Prime Minister, the War Cabinet, it's a National Unity Cabinet. There are people who are dealing with it on a daily basis with various potential partners. Definitely the United States administration, which we welcome their support and involvement deeply into this vision of offering peace in the region. And therefore, I would differentiate between the immediate and what the horizon is. I truly believe in a horizon of peace. I believe it's feasible. But before getting there, we have to deal with some core issues. the behavioral mode of our partners, and how do we secure the safety and well-being of Israelis and Palestinians. These are the key basic questions before we get to the solution.